Hey everyone, welcome back. I hope everyone had a great week and is ready for some more information as to how to train. And today's video is going to be geared more towards how often you should work out, or the more scientific term is training frequency. So, why is training frequency so important? It's important because we are able to actually plan out our training program based on how many days we can work out, and what really the goal is. So there's two components of training frequency. It's the availability of a person and what the goal is. So if the goal of a person is fat loss, their training frequency may be and probably will be different than somebody whose goal is sports performance. So it plays a part because the goal and availability. Now, if somebody is unavailable to be able to work out 6 times a week, that's perfectly fine, because that's that's to the higher end, in which you're not really allowing for much recovery anyway. But if the more important part is, not everyone's able to work out 6 times a week. Some people are only available to work out a certain number of days, whether it be 2, 3, blah, blah, blah. So your training frequency is based on, your goal and the availability of you being able to go to a gym or work out at home, because it doesn't matter whether you go to a gym or you work out at home. As long as you're putting in a little bit of effort every single day, start small and work your way up, you are going to start seeing changes in your life. So how many days a week do you think you need to be able to work out in order to see results? That's a common question that I ask my clients, and a lot of the times people start off on the high end, saying 7 days a week, 6 days a week, 5 days a week, and they get shocked when I tell them, well, in order to really start seeing results, if you're doing everything right outside of your physical training, is only 2 to 3 times a week. That's all it really requires. You can start seeing results off of 2 to 3 times a week of being able to train and work out. Your training is going to be specified to the amount of times that you could work out. If you could work out 2 to 3 times a week, you're probably going to be doing full body work, versus if you could work out 6 times a week, you're probably going to have to use a different split. We're going to get into splits next week and discuss all the different types and which one would really work best for you, but that's a story for a different time. So commonly what I see is that, people go from 0 to 100 within a snap of the finger. New Year's hits and everyone's like, I gotta lose weight, I gotta get healthy, or all these types of things, and they go from not working out at all, or working out basically 1 to 2 times a week, and they start working out 6 to 7 days a week. That's not really going to be something that's going to create adherence out of somebody. So it's best to really start small and start working off of that. So that's why I say all you have to really do is work out 2 to 3 times a week if you are a beginner. That's all it really requires you to do in order to see results. Just 2 to 3 times a week of full body work. Now, if you're more intermediate or you're more advanced, you're going to need to do something different, not only with your training in general, but you may need to add, a day or two of more training in order to really see more results, or see different types of results. Depending on what your goal is going to dictate how often you need to work out. If you're a power lifter, you may need to work out 4 times a week. If you're an athlete, you may need to work out 6 times a week, 5 times a week. So it all depends on that goal. But if you're more intermediate to advanced, you may be from 4 to 6 days. And not saying that an advanced lifter can't work out just 2 times a week or 3 times a week and see results. It's just going to be a tougher thing to figure out if they're limited the amount of days that they can work out. Versus somebody who's a beginner, you want to start out with something small so that we can progressionally, go on top of each other and start to get you to your goal. Just a quick point, these videos are going in an order in which hopefully in a couple weeks from now, you guys are going to be able to create your own exercise program from all the information that I'm trying to give you. You know, we started with goals, which dictates our training frequency. Our training frequency dictates what kind of split we use, and what kind of split we use dictates our training style. So these videos are all going to be progressionally put on top of each other. So just stay tuned, stick with it, and you know, eventually all this is going to add up to you being able to create your own exercise program. So quick endpoints, the number of times a week that you need to be able to work out is 2 to 3 times a week. And you know, just that it really does go based off also of your availability. If you're not able to work out 2 to 3 times a week, then there's something that you need to figure out in your schedule in order to start getting those 2 to 3 times a week so that you can start seeing results. It's possible to see some type of results from 1 time a week, but if you really want to worry about optimization and everything like that, getting a minimal amount of 2 to 3 times a week is going to be huge for you. You know, why is training frequency important again? It's important because it allows us to actually plan out our entire program. So that's it pretty much for this video. It's nothing too over the top. I'm pretty much just giving you a solid number of the amount of times that you need to work out in a week to start seeing results, and it's 2 to 3 times. If you're more intermediate or advanced, you can start increasing the days. But you know, just starting out slow and starting out with 2 to 3 times and not jumping into the deep end. Don't go from being able to work out 1 time a week or 2 times a week and start jumping into 6 times a week. It's not gonna help with adherence, and it's not gonna be something, it's not a lifestyle change. That's what this all comes down to. It's not a lifestyle change if you can't adhere to it. So next week we're gonna be talking about splits, and it's going to be this is going to be a lot of information, I believe, but I think it's going to help people understand how much a muscle really needs to be worked and how often a muscle needs to really be worked in order to start seeing changes from it. So that's it for this video. I hope you all have a great week, and I'll see you next time.